Hi, I'm Chuck. Welcome to my channel. Whenever we talk about cybersecurity, some people's attention quickly shifts to ethical hacking and pen testing roles. Those are just a small area of cybersecurity. Cybersecurity goes much beyond ethical hacking and pen testing. In fact, cybersecurity goes beyond technology alone. Instead, it must focus on three core pillars, which are people, process, and technology. Today, we are going to discuss three cybersecurity roles that are often overlooked. The roles require less technical skills than many other cybersecurity roles. They pay well, and because people are not paying a lot of attention to them, there is less competition for these roles. They are roles people can get into more easily than most other highly technical cybersecurity roles. In this video, we will discuss the roles. I will also show you some free training materials to get yourself ready for these roles within a short period of time. You can even get ready in as little as a couple of weeks, depending on how much time you are willing to commit. We'll also discuss how much the roles pay. Before we dive right in, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel, smash the like button, and hit the notification button to never miss any of my new videos. Let's get started. The first role is Vulnerability Management Analyst. Some people call it Vulnerability Analyst or Vulnerability Scanning Analyst. The average salary for this role is about $124,000 in the US, according to ZipRecruiter. This role is for someone who runs a vulnerability scanning tool like Tenable Vulnerability Management, Qualys Scanner, or Rapid7 to generate reports about vulnerabilities on the operating systems or applications. You need to put into the vulnerability scanning tool the IP list of assets like servers, PCs, firewalls, switches, or you can enter the IP subnet where the assets reside. When you run the scan, the tool scans the systems and applications, comparing the signatures and application versions against its known vulnerability database. The scan can take a few hours to complete depending on its scope. At the end, the scan produces a report of vulnerabilities discovered. The report also assigns severity level like critical, high, medium, or low to each vulnerability. In addition, the report also makes recommendations on how to address each vulnerability. There are many vulnerability scanning tools out there, but we are focusing on Tenable, Qualys, and Rapid7 because they are the industry leaders and they possess the largest market share, as you can see in this Forrester's Q3 2023 report for vulnerability risk management. The size of the circle represents the market share. You can see the circles are big for Tenable, Qualys, and Rapid7. Those are the vulnerability management tools you will see in most environments. I will hop over to my browser to show you some of the free trainings. I will search for Qualys training on Google or go straight to www.qualys.com/trainings. I will zoom in a bit. Under Certified Courses tab, you can see there are a lot of free training courses, starting with number 1, which is Vulnerability Management Foundation. Next is Vulnerability Management Detection and Response. Essentially, I would recommend going through the Vulnerability Management learning path from number 1 all the way to number 6. You can complete the 6 courses within a few days, depending on how much time you commit each day. Keep in mind that having a strong grasp of the content is much more important than rushing through the courses. So, make sure you understand the concepts. At the end of the training courses, you will receive a certificate. Also, there are other training materials you can optionally leverage here. For example, under video libraries, you can find individual videos to learn specific skills and techniques with Qualys. In addition, there are free training courses provided by Tenable and Rapid7. For Tenable, you can access the courses on Tenable University by visiting this learning portal. For Rapid7, you can access their training academy courses by visiting their academic page. I will add all the links in the description field. Vulnerability Management Analyst role requires less technical skills because you are not the one to address the vulnerabilities by yourself. You just need to configure the scans and run them to produce a report. You then collaborate with other stakeholders within the organization to continue the process. This leads me to the second role I would like us to discuss, which is Security Risk Analyst. The average salary for a Security Risk Analyst is about $109,000 in the US, according to ZipRecruiter. A Security Risk Analyst analyzes the vulnerability scanning reports and also performs other tasks. Based on the asset classification, severity levels of vulnerabilities, and other factors, the Security Risk Analyst collaboratively makes a determination on how the vulnerabilities and associated risks should be addressed. The vulnerabilities can be addressed by either mitigating the risk by installing updates on the systems or transfer the risk in form of insurance. They may as well decide to accept the risk because not all risk can be mitigated. Insurance is usually used as a stopgap measure pending when the risk is mitigated. Meanwhile, a typical use case for risk acceptance is to accept risk posed to non-critical assets based on the asset classification. The Security Risk Analyst collaborates with asset custodians like security engineer, network engineer, cloud engineer, or sysadmin for them to address the vulnerabilities. There are so many free training courses for Security Risk Analysts. For example, you can go to NIST Risk Management Framework website, scroll down and click on this link, Launch RMF Introductory Course. You can go through all the materials here. This will give you a very good foundation. To be clear, this alone will not make you an expert in risk management, but it will surely give you a strong foundation to build on. Once you are comfortable enough, you can start submitting job applications for Security Risk Analyst role. I'll put this training link in the description section. The third role I would like us to discuss is Security Compliance Analyst role. In some organizations, a GRC analyst performs both the Security Compliance Analyst role and Security Risk Analyst role. But in many organizations, both roles are separated. The average salary for Security Compliance Analyst is about $93,000 in the US, according to ZipRecruiter. As for free training materials for Security Compliance Analyst, I will head back to the same Qualys training portal we looked at moments ago. If I scroll down, you can see Policy Compliance Learning Path. I recommend you go through courses 1 and 2. You can also go through PCI Compliance Learning Paths 1 and 2. A Security Compliance Analyst validates that vulnerability scanning actually happened and on time, and that vulnerabilities are being addressed based on the organization's policies. They perform some other compliance tasks as well. Essentially, the Security Compliance Analyst goes about validating that other people are doing their jobs. This is the least technical role when compared to Vulnerability Management Analyst or Security Risk Analyst. So, this is a relatively easier way to get into cybersecurity and then switch to other more technical roles if you prefer. You do need a strong interpersonal skills to perform well in this role because you may be in a situation where you are following up with people to perform their tasks but nothing happens. If you like to get things done on time, you may be a little frustrated. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you found this informative. Please take a moment to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so and click the like button. Also press the bell icon to never miss any of my new videos. If you have any questions or comments, please enter them in the comment section below.